Hey, what's up, Skyball? I'm here with Imagination Creation Films, and today, well, we're getting the shot. So as you can tell by that opening there and the little video, we're doing something a little new, and I call it getting the shot. And getting the shot is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm going to try to do this on a monthly basis, at least once a month, to try to show you what I do. So getting the shot is basically me breaking down what I did to get the shot that you saw in the opening. And these shots could be something very simple that I want to make more beautiful, more interactive, more engaging to the audience, or they could be a very difficult shot that I have to figure out how to accomplish. So in all of this, what I'll be doing is breaking down the camera that I'm using, the lens choices that I'm using, the filtration that I'm using, the lighting that I'm using, the motion control that I'm using, all of it that I used to get the shot. So before we jump in, let me ask you, go ahead and click subscribe and the alert bell because, well, don't you want to know when I get the shot? Yeah? All right, let's dive in. Now we have something that is completely inanimate and by itself is kind of a box. It's just an EVF. So we need to make it exciting. Now, there's a couple of things and a couple of ways we could approach that. One of them is we could animate the camera towards the actual EVF itself. We could do some quick little pans, whip pans maybe, or we could do some tilts and get to land on the EVF. Now, when you do that, the EVF is going to remain lit. So there's no surprise, there's no element of surprise for that. So what I wanted to do was, instead of animating the camera, I wanted to animate the EVF. Now, to animate the EVF, I mean, there's a lot of different ways. I am using here the new Kessler crane Cineshooter. Now, it is in beta right now. It is about to be released to the masses, and I've been playing with it for a while, but it gave me an excellent opportunity to kind of use it outside the box. And that's what you need to be thinking of when you're thinking about motion. Don't just do the standard things. And so what I want to do is I want to bring the EVF flying into the camera and then stop on a dime and everything be out of focus until boom, right at the very end, it hits perfectly. So to do that, what we've done is we've set up the Cineshooter itself. The Cineshooter is an XY in a nodal head. Now, for dramatic effect, and quite honestly, to keep the Cineshooter out of the shot and just have the EVF itself in the shot, I'm using a little Noga arm, a mini Noga, I believe they're called, and I've got it screwed down onto the bottom plate of the Cineshooter, and it goes up at an angle, and then I have the EVF kind of out at a distance. And then from there, I can animate it and have it fly right into frame, as you can see here. Now, we do that and we put the camera here on this tripod pointing directly at it. We need to light this here, but not light it down there because we're shooting directly down the track. If we were to light down that way, you would see it as it comes flying in. We want it to be completely hidden and then just start to appear and then pop. Now, you could do that just with a simple little move, but having a little rotation to it really brings out some extra movement. So what we've done is we've got two MCs right here and right here, and we've got them where we can turn them on. There's the blue, and here's the orange. And it doesn't look very impressive on me, I get it, but it does look impressive when we light it on the EVF as it comes in. This is basically what the camera sees, except you're not seeing it. So now if we proceed forward, we can bring this in, and you will notice as it comes in, now it actually, you can see here, it's got some nice blue and some orange that is reflecting off of it. And that's what the look we're trying to get. Now let's take a closer look at the actual Cineshooter itself. And really the move, it's super simplistic, but it's worth it. So now we want to record a move to make this happen. And the way to do this would be, first off, we're going to clear all these moves because that's cheating. We're going to delete all keyframes. So this looks like a good spot for it to end right here. I mean, I'm going to cheat a little bit. And so we're going to set a keyframe here. And now we're going to go and move it to the back so that we don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. So we're going to cruise it all the way to the back like that. Now we're going to tilt it so that it comes out of the shot. And right there. And then we will set the keyframe. So now I have a keyframe where it goes from there to here. So now we can just set up our motion and set up some damping here. Yep, damping is good. So let's just run it with a 0-second delay so we don't waste any time. And there it goes. So it'll just zip right over there, and the camera sitting right here will pick it up. We can go back and do that again. And again, this is a simple little move, but you can see how I have the Noga arm right here in an odd position. All right, so as you can clearly tell, I got tired of playing with that Noga arm, which is old and really cheap. And I switched to the Bright Tangerine Titan arm, well, because, I mean, it works. The only reason I didn't use it originally was because I got the Tangerine one, and I wanted everything to be blacked out. But for the sake of this is how we do it, I'm using it now, and I probably need to go ahead and buy a black Titan arm because they're really good. But so now if you look, you can see that I have the Titan arm with the EVF, and it's right on the nodal plane right here. The reason is now I can do a tilt and it'll rotate directly on the plane. So what that allows me to do is to do a cool shot where it comes in. Let's just back this up all the way to there. And we're going to tilt it just like that. And we'll assign a keyframe. And then we're going to tilt the other way where it's centered up right there. And now we're going to just slide this all the way towards the camera. Now doing that, will give us a nice little twist as it comes in, and it'll still be out of focus. So let's see what that looks like. Let's make sure that our time calculation is good. We are good. And let's run this. So now it will just cruise in. And I mean, quite honestly, that looks kind of awesome. But it gives you ideas of how to use motion to not just animate the camera, but animate the actual product that you're doing yourself. You can animate lights, and we will be going into that in some of these other future Getting the Shot episodes, where we are going to animate a whole bunch of things. We're going to animate the product, we're going to animate the camera, we're going to animate lights, all moving at the same time to create a scene that is not normal. It's a lot of fun, quite honestly, to just kind of think outside the box. It's kind of a hilarious phrase that everybody uses, but that's what we're doing. We're animating the product, and it really gives it $1 million look at a pretty affordable price. And you're not just thinking 2-dimensionally, you're thinking 3-dimensionally. And I mean, we could add more and more motion on here. We can add a focus pull if we'd like. We can have it where it swings around and comes in. I mean, that's easy to program as well. But use your ideas that come to mind and reverse the roles and see if you can make your ideas far more interesting for the product. Because in the end here, what I'm trying to highlight is this EVF, not the Cineshooter, not the Titan arm, not any of the lights. I just want the EVF to look amazing, like it did in the opening intro. And yeah, it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. It's fairly quick to set up motion shots. And this is just 3-axis right here. The Cineshooter can go to like 9-axis with no problem. So there's a whole lot of things you can do. And we're going to do that in the future. So I hope this little segment, this new thing that I'm doing, is something that you all enjoy. If you do, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think you might like to see, what you might not like to see. You know, it's all of these are going to be based upon jobs that I have or work that I'm doing, and it makes sense to me to go ahead and break that down for you guys in case I think it's cool and maybe you don't, or vice versa. Maybe I don't think it's cool, but you do. Let me know in the comments. And, you know, that way I can, do hopefully what you guys all want to see, but also what I want to show you because, well, it's my channel. You kind of get it. So I hope this series is something that you all enjoy and you got something out of. It's a work in progress. I'm going to be trying to do this once a month at least. And I really feel like it is something beneficial to everyone. It's things that I'm doing, having to solve for in my day-to-day job. So I thought, I'd pick out the ones that I think are interesting and show you how to do it. And if you think they're interesting, cool, let me know. If you didn't think that one was interesting, but you have another thing that you thought might be interesting or something that I've done that you'd like me to break down, just let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. Let's see. If you have any other questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. I try to read and respond to each and every one, even if it's just to say thank you. Remember to like and subscribe. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumbs down. It's okay. I mean, we can still be friends. Remember to turn on your notifications. Also, if you thought this video was great, you can give me a little applause right down below. You just click the little button that says applause. Yay. And you can also support me with any of the links down below as well. If you like any of the music that was in here, a lot of it came from Artlist, which you'll find right down below. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.